How long has it been since I've done a creative sim video? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And this is a creative sim video, and we are back in the Family Dynamics Challenge save file. I took a little break focusing on high school years and some scenarios. So if you haven't seen those videos, check them out in the description. We are starting the third generation of Family Dynamics Challenge here with Mateo Vasquez, so you can also check out the previous generations. And I did take a little break because I know this generation's a little different and a little stressful. And by the way, this video is not a sped up create a sim because I actually didn't need to do too much to him, so I didn't speed anything up. Just gonna chill and kind of talk about what's next with Mateo, who he is, and who he's becoming. Mateo has lived on the island of Sulani, or the surrounding islands of Sulani, all his life, and he's a little bored with it. His dad and his mom are in the tech industry. They have been for some time now. The dad has always been in the tech industry. He's always been interested in tech and bringing tech to Sulani, and he's done an amazing job at that. But he's also someone who is just like a creature of habit. He stayed in the home till Scarlett passed away. Scarlett is Mateo's grandmother, and the mom kind of is just like, she's kind of like just going through the motions, just doing what she has to do. Oh, and Mateo also has three younger siblings that are triplets and are toddlers about to be children. And Mateo just isn't really paid that much attention, and he is starting to seek that out in other ways. Now, pause just to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm doing with his look. So I'm going through facial hair because I wanted this sim to have facial hair, but I wanted him to kind of have like teenage facial hair. I didn't want him to look like a grown man. I wanted him to look like his facial hair was just coming in. And yeah, let me know what you think about the results of his facial hair. I don't know if I love it yet, but it looks kind of cute and young, right? And so, yeah, Mateo is starting to seek attention outside of the home. And one of the things that he did learn from being familiar with tech is just like how to start selling things online, or he's like kind of really into like trends, because part of it is like he wants to seem cool. He doesn't want to seem like this like country Sulani boy. Like he wants to seem like cool. And his parents kind of just want him to continue a career in tech, but he doesn't think that's right for him. He's also been spending a lot of time with his aunts and uncles, and he's thinking about living with one of them, which would be, a little plot twist, but the challenge doesn't say anything about me not being allowed to do that. So I like to take liberties where I can take liberties. I have a particular aunt in mind at this point, but I would love to know what you think would be best for Mateo. If you think he should just stay home, I haven't moved him yet, so it would be great to talk about it and ignore that little bra glitch. I have not fixed it. It just hasn't affected my gameplay that much yet to fix it. So sorry if it's annoying. And yeah, so for his everyday outfit, I wanted to give him something that looked trendy, that looked kind of high fashion, because I think he will sell some, I think he is the type of person to kind of be on a place like StockX, and maybe he'll make a store. The challenge does require him to not really get into a career and just make a living selling like collectibles. And so I think he wants to sell like the coolest collectibles, like the things that are trendy and hot, especially at this age. Who knows where he'll be like once he gets older and a little more serious, but at this age he wants to start collecting things that are unique and different, and all his classmates can be kind of like, where did you get that? Since Mateo is in high school, I feel like we should talk about high school years a little bit. And if you are an OG Sim friend or just a newish Sim friend, you've probably seen that I've been playing that own little LP separately on the channel. And so I don't want to be repetitive and have like Mateo like always going to class. I don't want to show that too much because now we've all seen it. Like if we haven't played it ourselves, we've definitely seen it on YouTube. And to be truthful, I don't find that part of it very interesting. I like having it available in my game, but I don't feel like watching it visually is that interesting, and I don't feel like it pushes the storylines in these LPs far enough. Let me know if you feel different. So I'll try to show him with his friends out of school more, but we'll see. We'll see. And also, because I know I'm doing some different videos, I'm probably taking a break from the high school years for a little bit because I that's kind of just how I play. I like to kind of switch my gaming up. I did scenarios, which has been exciting, but I do want to get back to Family Dynamics Challenge. I also have a no, not base game, not to lie, a CC free create a sim video that I am going to attempt for the first time ever. I hope it works and that will be the video after this one. But if it's not, that means I probably could not figure out how to do this without CC. But I'm gonna try. I feel like there's been enough in-game purchases for me to attempt it. And yeah, so there's gonna be, a little bit changes here, but we'll always come back to our Sims, and the playlist will always be there if you forget when I take long breaks. So let me know how you feel about the switch up. Now back to Mateo's outfits. So as you can see, Mateo is not afraid of color. Some of that is just growing up in Sulani, but some of it is he likes to get attention. He likes some sort of bold choices. So, he had that bright blue shirt on for his everyday wear. I gave him like a full orange outfit for his athletic wear. And I'm imagining that he has like the latest designs. So even though he may not have a lot of money because his dad and his mom, they make good money, but they are not like wealthy Sims by any means. He does kind of take his allowance and save up. So he'd rather have like less clothes and wear them all the time than have a lot of clothes that aren't just like the hottest item that people are trying to get, and he'll like sell his clothes and like flip them so he can get new exciting clothes. So I wanted his outfits to reflect that. Even his formal wear I felt like was more, it almost looked more adult than most teens, but he's just really into presentation. Even his pajamas, I'm imagining that emblem is like some fancy brand, who knows. I think Mateo will be a very interesting sim. I know a lot of people are put off by the third generation of this challenge. And I will admit, at first I was kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. But then I kind of got some IRL inspo, and it made me think just about how people can be many things. And so I think in some ways, Mateo is kind of like he grew up with very like simple values, but as he's finding himself, he longs for things that are different and maybe a little superficial. He does long for kind of popularity and just to be looked at as like the most cool guy. So we'll see. We'll see where this journey takes him. And these makeovers always make me excited to play the game. For Mateo's party outfit, I wanted him to look like he wasn't trying, even though he's trying extremely hard. I wanted him to look like he was not trying at all. And so I gave him this shirt that's kind of slouchy, but it's like has an interesting cut and it's unique, and his shoes match, like just kind of like the monochromatic type look that is very on trend. And I feel like Mateo's partying right now, especially because he's so young, is probably just like a kickback, like some teens just kind of getting together. But I think Mateo dreams of like going to the club and like being at like, I don't like at a dance, like Vegas type experience. I don't know if that'll be something he does like towards the end of his teen years, or he'll have to wait to young adulthood. But I think that's his dream. I also think his swimwear came out pretty cool. I usually am not into swimwear, but I liked the bright colors and like the t-shirt. I thought it came out pretty nice. And you know what I just thought of? Mateo actually reminds me of Max from a Goofy movie, which is one of my favorite movies. But you know, that kind of like he wants to stand out kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's the vibe we're going for. So if you haven't seen the Goofy movie, just definitely try to see it somewhere at some point soon because it is classic. And I think that is the energy Mateo's giving. One thing I do need your advice on, so please comment and give me any thoughts because I have none in my mind at this point for what Mateo's relationship will be like with his younger siblings, what their personalities will be like. At this time, I'm just still trying to manage three triplet toddlers at the same time. So yeah, just if you have any ideas on their personalities, let me know because I would love to include that. For Mateo's summer outfit, I wanted to give him, again, trying but not trying look. And I also wanted it to look like he could be outside because we haven't even gotten into his traits yet. So he is a good sim, he is cheerful, he is unflirty, and he loves the outdoors. And I think his aspiration is to collect all the things. 3 out of 4 of those traits are from the Family Dynamics Challenge, and they tell you to give, I think, the cheerful. I'm not sure which one is the added one. Maybe the good sum is the added one that wasn't in that list. But yeah, Mateo does appreciate the outdoors just from growing up in Sulani. He is very comfortable being outside and he knows how to farm and not farm, how to garden. Sorry, I've been playing too much Animal Crossing. He knows how to garden and is comfortable using his hands, but he's kind of embarrassed about that fact, which is a silly thing to be embarrassed about. But, you know, sometimes that's just being a teenager or even like a preteen. You're embarrassed by things that you don't need to. And Mateo was in the Boy Scout. I think I have a little footage of it. So I think the video that kind of launches Mateo's story, the first episode of Gen 3, will include him as a kid, but also include him as a teen, just to kind of see that mashup. But if you watch this video already, you're getting a sneak preview. But this is his winter wear, which kind of reminded me of like the 90s a little bit, but I thought it was cool. The 90s is still on trend, so I think that works for Mateo. He may get more clothing if I decide to move him in with one of his aunts or his uncle, because this clothing is kind of sorted, well, kind of chosen for Sulani where it doesn't get that cold in the winter. And so I may get him some other clothing as well. Also, if you've played Gen 3 already, please leave tips in the comments because I never play with collectibles. I do not know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm going to be slightly annoyed, but who knows? Maybe it may be relaxing and fun to kind of explore that a little bit. Also, because I did not speed up this video, I am not going to show a recap of the outfits at the end. I do put chapters in my video, so you can always like go back and rewatch. I'll actually put chapters where each episode where each outfit is complete so you can see that and it'll be easier to find since it won't be at the end. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. Bye, some friends.